What's going on with y'all, Aries? We gonna get into a reading. You heard? I'm gonna read early. I've been led to read, so yeah, let's get to it. I'm in my bean bag. I'm in my bean bag. You heard? This is my place of tranquility. So we gonna get into it from this vibe. You know what I mean? I got my shrine out and everything. You know, so we gonna take it there. We gonna do a 4-card draw, Aries, and we're gonna give you some advice for a particular concern. All right. I hope this mic is not being real loud every time that it jumps, but I'm gonna do my best to fuck it out. I'm gonna check the volume afterwards. So if it's like sketchy or whatever the case may be, or disruptive, I'll see if I could give y'all a extra reading, Aries. But if it turns out fine, you know, just bear with me, you heard? But I hope everybody's doing good out there, you know what I'm saying? And happy reading. It's story time, you know what I'm saying? It's story time. Now I may cuss, but I ain't gonna curse, you heard? And for people who wanna like get in contact with me, there's a link on my channel page. I think I got a link tree and I got a separate link that goes directly to the website for readings. I haven't mapped out all of the types of readings that I'm doing just as of yet, so I'm still kind of like feeling it out. But you can reach me just to break the ice and talk about, discuss what it is that you truly want, and then we could take it from there. You heard? So it is a way that you can contact me. I do like I really operate on Google Meet for the most part. But if you're the shy type and you don't want to see me like this, that's fine. I understand. We can also do a telephone call. So, we got options. You know what I mean? Technology, baby. Let's put it to use. But there is a way to contact me. Is my major point. I've seen a lot of people been trying to like get in touch with me and stuff like that. So I'm there for you. All right. So let's slice and dice this deck, Aries. We gonna get into it now. This is the situation at hand. What we talking about? Queen of what? Cups in the upright position. Okay, you've been contemplating about something. This is relative to your dreams. Your dream goals, perhaps. You want to do something for people, for someone. It could be someone or somebody, but I tell you this, if it's for one person, let's say, right, it's going to be able to spread. The type of energy that you produce for this one person is going to be able to spread to where they may even, you might be a spiritualist, you might be in the occult, you might be, on this type of vibe. And if you haven't brought yourself out to do this, you might turn it into a profession. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're not doing it already professionally, you're thinking about doing it because you've done it behind the scenes. I feel like you may be a tarot reader, but you're like the old school tarot reader. You know how to do it, but it's just like you're not so thrilled about being in the public light with it, So I think that might have even made you pause about being in the public with this because you feel like it's a violation of some sort. However, this is something that has been passed down to you. So I think that's the concern. I think that's what you're concerned with. Should you actually do spiritual work in a way that gets you money or gets you recognized and do it as a profession? You may feel like that's not what it's for. And this could be passed down, I'm feeling, from like generation down to you, Aries. And I think maybe not having the technology that we possess these days is probably the primary factor of why you haven't embarked on this journey. Because it's like, I think you're thinking like if your predecessors had the technology at hand, they would have done it. They would have been public with it because they know how many people it can help. And you've also used this type of method, this type of spirituality to manifest things in your life. And you feel like because of the conditions of the world, and I would say the more trying and challenging things that are going on in the world, you feel them deeply. And because you have the ability to navigate through it in a spiritual type of way, you want to help someone as well. So like I said, if you've been helping someone behind the scenes doing readings and stuff, they probably have mentioned you and recommended you to the point where it's like it's inevitable for you to be able to do this to nurture other people. So we're going to look at the obstacle. Even though I might have hinted towards it, we're going to see what the real obstacle is here. The Tower in reverse. Yup. See, I called it. Now look. The obstacle here is this. Sometimes when people are psychic, they have psychic abilities, they have channeling abilities, they have the ability to, decode things, decode messages, decode what's going on in the real world in real time. They get, or they face scrutiny. They face criticism to the point where, well, it's the negative type of criticism to where people will be like, that's just that Chloe type energy. Remember Chloe, the spiritualist who, like, I guess she was scamming and frauding back in the days, but she had the television show. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm hinting at. Like, when people come public with this, the audience at large becomes skeptical because of those types of scammers and frauders. But I feel that's the obstacle, Aries. That's the obstacle. That this Tower in reverse is potentially going to fall on deaf ears. But not so much because people think it's a scam now. I think because so many spiritualists are coming out in the forefront and in the public, that and gaining such a wide audience at the rate that it's growing right now, that people are having a change of tune. We're in a different time right now. And there are videos popping up even amongst people who aren't spiritualists or practice the occult, to where, the new age journalists are decoding and exposing things that's going on in the real world in real time as well. So it's like, why not add on to the spiritual side of that, right? But the main obstacle here regarding this is that people want to resist change. They're still in the vein of wanting to live the old way. And I mentioned this in numerous videos and readings, to where, people are still living not the after effects, but they're still in the last lap of the Pisces age, and they don't want to let that go because they've been so accustomed to behaving the way that they've behaved, and they're used to getting it the way that they live, that this new type of, oh, who are you to give me advice type vibe is what I'm sensing. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, that this is the time for taking action in the spiritual world and utilizing it as work. Like, it is the time for that as well. So that, I think we just basically clarified the first card with this Tower in reverse, Aries. You're the one that can potentially nurture people should they give an ear to listen. So let's look at the action recommended for this, Aries. What we got here? 6 of Cups, right? We sure do. So this adds on to nurturing. This is a nurturing card. This is you, Aries, coming to the people who are willing to receive, though. So you might even use strategy, which is normally not the first thing that the Queen of Cups would do. Is try to look at this from an analytical perspective, like, oh, well, let me find a target audience that I can get to, that I can reach, because at least they are the ones who are willing to listen. And this card shows that that's the action that should be recommended for you, Aries, to actually reach the people who are willing to listen, so that way you can filter out all of the scrutiny that can come from this Tower in reverse. You can't save everybody. It's unfortunate, but it just is what it is. This is another 6 card, by the way, and this Tower in reverse is 16. So you're the 1, right? 1 and then 6, 2 nurture, and then a 6 card comes right after it. That's more nurturing, and it adds to the number 13, 6 and 7. That'll bring you the 1 who is to communicate this spiritual message. And the result of that would be the foundation, which is number 4. Something to be taken serious as well. And number 4 is about stability. So the message that you're sending and teaching is stability in people's lives. It could come across as one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we anticipate and build our anxiety and stress due to trying to predict the future too much or prepare for the future too much, when it's like, if we can get in this present moment right now, we can make more of an impact and make a better tomorrow without worrying about tomorrow, if that makes sense. So here's the outcome of this, Aries. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. This is interesting. Okay, so like I said, right, this is the time of doing this spiritual thing, providing this spiritual message as work. But like I said, whether you target your audience or not, there's going to be a group of people who look at it as bad business. There's still going to be people who say, you know what, you shouldn't be doing this for money. You shouldn't be doing this for work. If you was truly going to help somebody, why don't you just help them? Type shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, let me see if I can turn this up a little bit. Okay, it's a little bit louder. So, this is going to discourage you. The outcome is that you're going to be discouraged by these people who get wind of you doing this now. They might say, why now? Or, you know what I'm saying? They might be cruel too. Like, oh, you just need money. You just need money. And you're not doing the work. We're out here doing the work. We're out here laboring. We're out here working. And you're over here calling what you're doing work. But it's going to be intentionally framed that way to see if you question yourself, if you doubt yourself and be like, you know what, I knew I shouldn't have did this. Because remember where we began. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was your initial concern anyway. So you're going to be like, man, see, I knew I shouldn't have did this, or whatever the case may be. But that's what this outcome is for, to test you to see, do you believe that you can do it or that you can't, you know? And it may... Also, the outcome that's being shown here is that when you do make money off of this, Aries, to not squander that wealth. It may even be it's showing me that you should even save the money that you're making from it. Also prepare like some type of not discount, but what's that word that I'm looking for? Some type of way to pay people back, like a guarantee, so that if they're not happy with their reading or something like that, you'll give them 50% back, or you come up with your own strategy, but just to prepare one so that it could give save face and show that you're not trying to like do people wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like you're sincere about this, which you are. The first card shows that this is a sincere investment. You're doing this sincerely. It's not some type of thing that you've come up with just as a money scheme. You understand? So yeah, that's all I got for y'all right now, Aries. Until next time.